Hello and welcome to the Merrylands Bowling Club in the Western Districts of Sydney for today's bowls action, which is pairs. It's the final of the Bicentennial International Mixed Pairs, featuring the defending champions Mary Ormsby and Peter Rueben and their opponents Rosemary O'Brien and Ken Metham. Well, it's a delightful day in Sydney, and I think, Cedric Smith, we're in for some delightful bowls.
Well, we should be getting it, Dave. Yeah, I quite agree. But you can never tell in this game of bowls, but on the whole, I suppose the defending champions, Mary and Peter, should be having that slight advantage over their opponents, Rosemary O'Brien and Ken Metham. But as you say, David, we should be in for a jolly fine match between these two pairs of 4 internationals.
Well, the last end was the shortest we'd seen. This is the longest.
And that last end, of course, saw O'Brien and Metham get right back into the game, picking up 3 shots in the end. The difference now only 2. Ormsby and Rueben leading 13-11. And there's a marvellous start to this 15th end by Rosemary O'Brien.
Peter Rueben looking very hard at this bowl of Mary Ormsby's.
A couple of yards. All right.
Perfect green, but about 2 metres short. Oh, less than 2 metres. 1.5.
Yeah, good ball.
Oh, good positional bowl there by Rosemary O'Brien. She's coming good now, David.
It's fair to say she's been saying, why didn't we have long ends all day?
Certainly struggling earlier in the match, but she's certainly giving this lady, Mary Ormsby, a bit of a run now. Another 1.5 metres of running required from Mary Ormsby. She's not far away. Oh!
Great ball.
Well bowled.
Great ball.
Been a big week for these bowlers too. I mean, before today, they've played 11 matches since Monday morning, which is quite a lot.
Yes, internationals from Hong Kong, Fiji, New Zealand, all participating in this mixed pairs. And indeed, in this round robin, in their meeting earlier between Metham and Rueben, it was this man, Metham, who, with his partner Rosemary O'Brien, defeated Rueben and Ormsby by 3 shots. Now, being the 2 best teams amongst the 12 participating, they are now playing in this final for a first prize of $3,000 and the runners-up prize of $1,500. Oh, good try by Peter Rueben. I think it's the shot.
Yeah. Just short of Jack High.
Well, he's on target here. He's not far away. Like that. Well bowled.
Half a ball in front.
There you see, through the shadows off the flags, and this is too wide.
Best back bowl, just in case Rueben or his partner decide to try and trail the jack back.
Well, we can put the reach it on the forehand, probably.
Third bowl from Rosemary O'Brien. In the head. Good position.
That'll be a counter.
It is
You can
indeed.
use that, play up through there, put the kitty in the ditch. Bit of danger there, but
Well, you heard it. At home. Now then, Mary Ormsby will endeavour to execute the instructions.
coming around, it's coming around.
Look at
Oh,
this.
all right then,
Look
okay.
at that. Oh, brilliant bowling from Mary Ormsby.
There's still one.
Still the green
Still
bowl
looking
there.
now,
There's the
you're
shot
using
bowl.
Ditch weight onto that bowl. That bowl there. Ditch weight.
Commonwealth Games representative for Australia in 1982 in Brisbane, lead in the triples.
I'll tell you something.
She's not far away.
Depends on the result.
Oh, they haven't got a back bowl.
In.
Oh, two. Good try. But they've got no back bowls, and we see there two orange disc ones.
Which is Rosemary's bowls? Tell me. Which are Rosemary's bowls? That one. It's not that one. It's this one here. You draw one on the backhand. You've got that far. That's the closest bowl out there.
Not reaching, I don't think, with this one. Good try, but nevertheless, Ormsby-Rueben line 2.
Well, there you can just see a little bit of the jack, but you can see the orange marker there towards the top of the screen. Now that is sitting on top of the ditch, right above the jack, and you can see a little bit of the white jack there in behind one of those orange disc bowls, almost in centre screen. That's where the jack is. The orange disc on top of the ditch there to indicate exactly where it is, and now you can see it almost in the right hand corner. You can see that little marker, and here comes the first of Ken Metham's tries to try and draw the shot, and it goes all the way into the ditch. This looks good. This is Ruben's. They're lying 3.
So Metham got to try and outdraw those 3 bowls, but of course stay on the green. Looks wide. Looks heavy.
Looks far too heavy.
Steady. Ouch. Oh, chance here for Ruben to pick up 4 shots. Lying 3, nearest bowl at least a metre from the ditch.
As Ruben tries to convert 3 into 4, he wasn't happy with the way he delivered it.
Well, it's not as heavy as Metham. Staying on. Oh, good bowl. Good bowl indeed. 4 it is. So that puts them well in command in this final. Ormsby and Ruben leading Obrien-Metham 17 shots to 11. So after that full length end, which didn't do Obrien-Metham any good, they were lying, but unfortunately a trail by Rosemary, who take the jack into the ditch, and eventually they lost 4 shots. We now see Mary Ormsby having rolled the jack to the more medium length, and a very good jack high bowl to start off with. shots at the moment. This lady from Picnic Point, down on the Georges River of part of Sydney. And she's put in a back bowl there about 1.5 metres behind. Rueben. Matching the back bowl of O'Brien's. We'll try here from Ken Metham. Brilliant bowling and a toucher. Rueben trying to disturb it. He's not far away either. Got it cleanly. Jack comes back. But daylight is the shot. The nearest green disc bowl there, or indeed any bowl, at least 2.5 metres away. Whoa! Just gone in. Ormsby-Rueben on the left. As I say, comes from Picnic Point. And when anybody says they come from Picnic Point, even the men's bowling club, they say, oh, Ormsby-Rueben's club. She's such an outstanding player and has brought great credit to the little club in the southwestern suburbs of Sydney, as indeed this lady has for South Australia. And only recently was her skills and aptitude for the game recognised in that she is now in the Australian Gallery of Sport of Fame. Wonderful record has she got, Mary Ormsby. And what's Ormsby-Rueben like on full-length jacks here?
Too long, or is it?
Oh, she's touched the jack and it's gone in the ditch. Hard luck.
One down, you pass that by that much.
Now Mary Ormsby passing her own bowl. She's staying on. Yes! And rightful applause there from Peter Rueben. Big backswing as this lady got. I think she's going to drive every time, but a bit of a break is applied as the ball comes through. And she's out.
Brilliant stuff. Two magnificent bowls to correct after their first ones at this long end as it's become now. And look at that. So here we are with Peter Rueben now. What can he do? Coming. He's coming.
Got the jack in the ditch. No, he's done it.
Oh, magnificent bowl. That was a toucher too.
Yeah, Mary Ormsby touching that with a piece of chalk. So should that jack end up in the bowl end up in the ditch, it will be still a live bowl. And being so close to the ditch, if anything is disturbed, it's still going to be pretty much a creditable bowl for the oranges as compared with the greens.
This certainly isn't an easy shot.
Very, very difficult one, David. We've got a toucher. I don't think it's going to come in. No.
They're going to try and push his ball in. Stay.
So Rueben is now going to attempt to push the green disc bowl into the ditch. And of course, not being a touch, it will be considered a dead bowl. He's after the green disc bowl and pushing it into the ditch. Yes, he's done it. 3 shots.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Shake of the hand there from Mary Ormsby. The shot of the match, that.
Exquisite, that was.
There it goes again. Into the ditch. Now then. Metham removed one of them, but still 2 shots.
2 shots.
And that was a first-class bowl from Rueben then. Metham could do very, very little. So it's 2 more shots, and now they're coming up the straight. We've finished the 16th end, and Ormsby and Rueben now 8 shots in the lead, 19-11. So the 17th end, Mary Ormsby. The perfect delivery, I think, for any lady taking up this game of bowls. Just take a tip from Mary Ormsby's delivery and you wouldn't go far wrong.
Well bowled.
Great bowler and a great competitor, a great lady. Now we have a look at Rosemary O'Brien. Big backswing, but you think it's going to be a drive, but the break mentally applied as it comes on the downward swing, and as we see there, just fractionally over. Look again at Mary Ormsby. Perfect head still, keeps a perfect balance after the bowler's gone.
Well bowled again.
After years of practice, that's the result.
Of course, they won this particular title last year, and I think it would just about take a Houdini performance from Obrien-Metham to get out of trouble at this stage. But with bowls like this, they might.
Steady. Well, that was a change of hand, as we saw there, by this lady, Rosemary O'Brien.
So Rueben, his first bowl of this 17th end. Through the shadows, out of the shadows it comes, and just in behind the jack. Here's Peter Rueben. That looks to be a very good shot. I think they're lying 3 at the moment, aren't they?
Yes, I would give them 3. This bowl comes to rest. This will be the halfway stage of this end.
Looks good.
Oh, for a shade more weight. And I don't think it's made any difference. Still 3 shots to Ormsby and Rueben.
The margin at the moment is 8. One way to go on this end at the moment, but lying 3.
Pretty well.
Not in the count, but what a good position, splishing those 2 green ones. It's a shade wide, Rosemary.
That's better still. Your shot.
Just like that. Draw shot, says Peter Rueben. Knowing the skill of this lady, she may well do it. The nearest green disc bowl is some 25 centimetres from the jack. Steady. She's done it. Oh, she's a wonder.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Go for that bowl there. Doesn't matter.
Well, the picture has been painted and now it's going to be torn up. By Mrs. Rosemary O'Brien, but misses everything. Nowhere near the jack. Peter Rueben doesn't want it. He just wants positional bowls behind, just in case that jack is splayed out from its present position. So Rueben. Metham's first bowl. Oh, that's altered the position slightly. They still might be one. You see there at about 5:30.
Peter Rueben there say how many down, and a very cunning reply from Ken Metham, the jocular, and he said 3.
Yes, he's fun to play with, is Ken Metham.
I don't think that this is going to be remotely close.
Well, all you've got there is a pretty good weight, but it's a long way wide of the target. Well, we must thank these players, David, for standing away from the head so that we can see the bowls coming down as we can from this camera, which is at, well, bank height. And the players standing away from it so we can see the bowls coming in. Very good of them. So it's one more at the completion of that end to the orange disc pair of Ormsby and Rueben. They now go into the 20s, leading 20 shots to 11. The first bowl of this 18th end, delivered by Mary Ormsby. A good start there. About 30 centimetres behind the jack. Rosemary O'Brien favouring the forehand, going in this direction as opposed to the backhand by her opponent. Another wonderful bowl there from Mary.
It really has been Mary Ormsby's consistency that's set up this victory, hasn't it?
Oh, yes. What a lucky man Peter Rueben is to have her as a partner. I think any of the men here playing in this tournament during the last few days would have been very thrilled to have had her as a partner. No doubt they had success with their own, but have Mary Ormsby as number 2 on your side would be fantastic. Ruben's not far away. Just promoting his opponent's bowl, but made no difference.
Ken Metham, they're whistling, but he's only whistling to find out whether he's up or down. If he whistles any louder, that dog will appear. The news was not good from his partner. They're still one down. The bowl there at 9 o'clock from the jack. seems to like that again. He goes dashing down the rink after it. Not quite enough weight.
Little weight being applied here by Kenny Metham, hoping to contact something, but he's missing the lot.
Jack Gibson, who's of course a famous rugby league coach in Sydney, once said one of the hardest things in rugby league was to play what they call catch-up football. When you're a long way behind, you have to throw caution to the wind, and often all it does is, if it doesn't come off, allow the opposition to score even more points. Well, I think that's the case now with O'Brien and Metham. It really is catch-up.
Yes, we've come round the final bend. We're coming up the straight now on this, the 18th end, and really only 3 more ends to be played after this. And as David has said, if they're more than 8 shots different at the completion of the 20th end, well, there's no need to play the 21st. So Mary Ormsby. Mary's after that bowl at 9 o'clock from the jack, the orange disc one. Is she bending in time? Oh yes, 2 shots.
Plenty of applause there from a partner. Ken Metham really enjoyed that.
Lay down there on the back end, it's all weight, you sit on those bowls, finish through, lights to it.
Starts to get just a fraction dark. How can Mary Ormsby get the shot back?
Just under this time.
All right, that's another one, that's good.
Real good work too.
There we are. Promote the short bowler, just come round it and try and get in amongst 3 orange disc ones just behind. We'll see them as the bowl reaches the head. There's the green one at 1:30 that she could promote. Come on! Come on! Oh, hardly enough. And that's the position. And this is the man who's trying to alter it. 2 down. And he's driving at this. He's got the 1 out.
You could hear it clearly thud into the back, couldn't you?
Yeah, straight into the ditch.
Can Ken Metham draw the shot?
He's got to start turning now. Come on. Oh, not quite narrow enough. You see there, if he'd just a shade nearer the jack, he could have got another shot.
So Rueben now trying to draw the shot, or perhaps even promote one of his orange disc bowls there.
Well, that's made no difference.
Possibly finish up with 4 shots, which would really bring them back into the game.
Oh, he's wide. Is that going to bend in time? No. Once again, like his first one. How many are they getting out of this? Just the single. Still, it gets them off 11, where O'Brien have been for the last 3 ends. They now go down to 12, but their opponent's still away on 20. 19th end on its way, with the first bowl delivered by Rosemary O'Brien, about 30 metres in length, and that one finishing up about 30.5 metres from the mat. There's consistency. 2 shots at the moment for Rosemary O'Brien. Mary Ormsby endeavouring, no doubt, with this bowl to try and take about a metre of running off her first one. Oh, just misses the jack. And little difference, still about a metre behind. So, 2 shots there to Rosemary O'Brien. Metham's first bowl on this end. Rueben electing to play the forehand, which is the more open hand. Yeah, not the best of bowls from the skippers to start off with, but no doubt they'll improve with this one. That's another counter. That's 3 then at the moment. Another metre of weight required here from Rueben on his last bowl, which he's just passing. Could have done with another half metre, couldn't he? Second half about to start. This 18th end. Rosemary O'Brien's third bowl coming down now on the backhand. Promoting that one. Yes.
Good. That's good. Just play in there. Ignore that ball. You've only got to pass it on the draw.
Yes. There he is, the commander. Mary Ormsby playing into danger.
Quick.
Hoping to rest on something, but not this occasion.
Another one.
Ken's instructions were simple. Just draw another one.
Yes.
She might have 2 here.
She's coming well, isn't she? Yep. Whoa.
He'll do this easy.
Well, he's giving her, trying to give her a bit of confidence, saying you'll do this easy. Oh no, not this time, Mary Ormsby. Of course, what we've got to watch out for, David, is that although they got shots at the moment, their back position is not very well. We see at the bottom of the screen there, there's some orange disc bowls, 4 of them. And if that jack comes back, it could be curtains really. But remembering that we've got to be catch-up bowls, as I think the term is, that you've adopted from rugby league. They've got to go out for all the many shots as they can.
Well, they've got to throw caution to the wind, haven't they?
They have
need
indeed.
shots.
3 ends to go, they're 8 behind. Peter
Going to get
Rueben.
there.
Oh dear.
Just couldn't get up.
You won't let that happen the second time, I'm sure. Look at all those green disc ones. As the green-shirted Metham delivers his final bowl on this end.
He likes it.
Is he? Is he reaching?
He likes it.
Oh no. Could have done more with that one, I feel.
If he is successful, could just about at the start of the end.
This is going to upset the apple cart for them. This is upsetting, and they've got the shot. Well bowled. So from possibly 5 down, they are only 1 down. It's 1 shot to Obrien-Metham. They now go to 13 shots to 20. So the start of the 20th end, with Ormsby and Rueben 7 ahead, 2013. And a good bowl there from Ormsby-Rueben. Perfect line from Mary Ormsby, just about 40 centimetres short. Another good green bowl there, put them all on the centre line pretty well.
It's a remarkable shot, that. Look at that. Nearly all of them on the centre line, as you said, Cedric. Everyone's direction is good.
Well, the men bowlers who've been watching this television programme, bowls, mixed bowls, must certainly give credit to the brilliant display of bowling as shown by these ladies. Another first-class bowl there by Mary Ormsby, a toucher, gaining the shot.
Yes, and should, of course, Rueben, Ormsby and Rueben take this end by 2 shots or more, that would be the end of the contest.
And a successful defence of the title that they won here last year.
As always in the world of bowls, haven't we seen some high standard bowling in this match?
But of all the many matches that I have had the privilege of commentating upon, I think this display that we've seen from Mary Ormsby during the course of this match has been absolutely outstanding and one of the best I've seen, David. I think you must agree with that.
Just so consistent. Nearly everything she's set down has finished exactly where she's wanted to end. And also we've seen some marvellous bowls from the skips as well. Under pressure, Peter Rueben has pulled off some marvellous Houdini performances.
And Ormsby-Rueben has had her occasions, but she has not been as consistent as her opponent, Mary Ormsby. Drive there by
thud into the back. In fact, it did.
Trying to break up the head because Metham realises the position of the 20th end. They've got to get shots on this, a number of shots, in order that they can play the 21st end and not need so many there if they're going to make a match of this. Of course, we mustn't forget that should the match finish on the 21st end with scores level, then the 22nd end would have to be played. But there is another shot by Rueben. They look to be lying 2 that they need to prevent a 21st end having to be played. Brilliant international career has this Mary Ormsby had. Way back in 1969, she played in the first World Championships for women in Sydney, then played in a Test series against South Africa, and still was representing Australia in 1985 in the Australia Games.
Good boy, and you put the kitty in the ditch.
There we are. Instructions from Ken Metham. No bucking about. Put that kitty in the ditch.
Because if they finish up with 2 shots or more here, this would be Rosemary O'Brien's last bowl of the match. This is going to be Mary Ormsby's last bowl.
Well,
Hasn't it been a scintillating performance?
this bowl shouldn't finish near the jack at all because Rueben has asked for the best back. In other words, right behind the head, but of course not going in the ditch. Passing, she hopes he screened this one. Oh well. Second best back. Oh. Peter Rueben satisfied with that.
He's a hard taskmaster.
No comment.
And the dogs got onto the rink.
Yep. You were waiting for that, David, weren't you?
I thought it might happen at one stage.
Back to the play.
Ken Metham. Well, they're still lying at least 2 there, the orange discs, aren't they?
I think so. It's difficult from this camera angle.
It is very difficult.
But I wouldn't be at all surprised if that green disc one does come in for shot. But what is this going to do? If this trails the jack, no, it's missed it. No.
Mary Ormsby shakes her head, thinking from the time that left Peter Ruben's hand, that was shot. So what can Ken Metham do here? Can he draw the shot? Can he reduce it to only 1, so that at least the match goes into the 21st end?
Oh, he's promoted something there.
Well,
I think that green disc might come into it, you know.
Peter Rueben can, I suppose, end all the confusion here and now if he drew the shot.
Yes. There's a lot of orange disc ones around there, Jack, but that one at 10 o'clock, the green disc one, might be stopping them from scoring anything. That might be the shot. If Rueben can remove that jack and trail it down to the bottom of the screen, they could be the winning shot.
Rueben likes it.
Successful defenders of this tournament.
Rueben likes it.
Using something off it like that, steady. Oh, that must be number 1.
They have to wait. They're having a close look at this.
1 is out.
Just 1.
So, 21-13. Now this is going to be interesting. O'Brien and Metham have got to score all 8 of their bowls as shots and counters in order to tie this match and go into a 22nd end. Now that is asking for a miracle.
There's even another dog on the rink, I notice.
There are some of the ladies who've been participating, all wearing their Australian green jackets, except the second lady from the right, Mari Watson from New Zealand.
So the start of the last end. And this, the final of the Maryland Bicentennial International Mixed Pairs. Mary Ormsby sends the first one down, knowing that even if they lose this end, they'll lose it by 7 shots, they still win the championship.
Nice position to go into on the last end, David. Knowing that you can lose 7 shots and still win. Mary Ormsby. It's out the
Australian lady who, with Peter Rueben, won this particular title last year. And Peter Rueben is going to successfully defend the title. And there's a good bowl. Still, it's the other orange one, the one nearest the right hand or right side of the screen. There you are, you got a good look at it there.
Makes all the difference from another camera angle, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Easily in that jack high bowl.
Here's Peter Rueben.
All he's got to do is just pair up the positions. He's going to be somewhere close to Rosemary O'Brien's bowl. Don't forget, 8 green disc bowls have got to be closer to the jack at the end of this hand than the nearest orange disc one. Whoa! That's what all that Metham can do, is to try and get the jack in and knock it out of bounds, so that the end would have to be replayed.
That's all he can do now, isn't it? Kill the end, now that he's got one bowl out of play.
Yes, that's all we can do there. So we're seeing firm shots being delivered by these two players now in order to try and destroy this end. Well, he's done that as a bit of a target for Rosemary, possibly, and make use of it in trying to force that jack out of the rink. Rosemary O'Brien trying to disturb this head.
Yes, that's 2 shots.
2, but there's...
Trail the kid in the backhand, play it tight, sit on those bowls and trail the kid into there. I think that's very tight. All right.
Still in there. Still got to get here around there.
Well, Metham realises now, of course, that it's going to be impossible to kill this end, because the jack is not in the position to be killed. And another just drawing them. Just going to make that score look a bit more respectable. 8 down at the moment. They're lying about 3. Mary Ormsby, she's done her duty in this match. Trying to save the 3 bowls, the 3 shots they're currently lying.
Almost capitulation. But this is why this isn't a bad bit of bowling. Look at this.
Good try, second shot.
Ken Metham, what a character he's turned out to be on the rink this afternoon.
Oh, he's a very popular player in New South Wales. Have a happy game with Ken Metham.
Well, he certainly provided us with a fair bit of fun today. Well, as for him and his partner Rosemary O'Brien, they're on the losing side. Like in all sport, there always has to be a winner and always has to be a loser. Ken Metham's last bowl. Still the enthusiasm and the fun.
But one shot,
They've got the shot, but that's the end of this Maryland's Bicentennial International Mixed Pairs. One shot in the end on the 21st end to Ken Metham and Rosemary O'Brien. But that one shot only reduced the margin in the end to 7 shots. So the victors, Mary Ormsby and Peter Rueben, by 21 shots to 14. So there they are, the 4 happy bowlers at the end. 2 of them, of course, happier than the others because they've been the victors. Mary Ormsby and Peter Rueben taking out this year's Maryland's Bicentennial International Mixed Pairs, despite the fact that Rosemary O'Brien and Ken Metham picked up 1 shot on the final end. It was Ormsby and Rueben who were successful, 21-14. Join us again next week in the World of Bowls on ABC TV.